Okay, Mr. Akbar, we are live. Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel Akbar. Welcome to our afternoon lunchtime tea talk, Level Up with the Akbars, next level conversation. Today, our topic is fun, and I am just so excited to talk about fun. How do you have fun? And I'm putting that in the chat because I think this topic is so important. And before we get started, Mr. Akbar, I just want to welcome you. And I just want to say, we got some great tea going on today. This tea is a lifestyle tea. It says awareness. So this is awareness.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Rachel.
You're welcome. So it says, how to have fun in life. Having fun looks a bit different for everyone, but there are two types of living creatures that we can look to for guidance and fun. Those two are children and dogs. Okay, that childlike wonder that we all experience slowly seems to go away as we get older and face adult responsibilities. So keeping that innocence about you is important throughout life to have fun. So our furry friends are another great role model to look towards for happiness. Dogs don't hold grudges and are always being silly and having fun with whatever they do. So some ways that you can have and add to your fun and to your everyday life includes having a weekend game night with family and friends, being social and silly and having fun and have fun outdoors. This can be through playing outdoor sports games, having barbecues, get-togethers with friends, etc. Try to have fun night out with friends and coworkers. Think karaoke, bowling, mini golf, and dancing, to name a few. And so making a point to have fun in life can have some amazing benefits for your health and wellness. So I'm going to also share 10 ways and benefits of having fun. But do you want to comment so far, Mr. Akbar, on anything I just read?
That's interesting, Rachel. I'll make a brief comment because I was out earlier, on the backside of my property, and I was doing a business a presentation or a business meeting with one of my colleagues. And as we were summing it all up, we're just sitting around chit-chatting about how the day was looking, being refreshed for the moment that we had just shared. And then guess who showed up? A couple of my furry friends called squirrels. And at first we didn't know if they was having a battle or just running around having fun, because they were jumping through the trees, chasing one another. They were reversing, and the other one started chasing the other one. And then it started looking at the amusement of it all as if they knew they was playing tag. And they were just having such fun. And I had such enjoyment just watching that. I almost lost sight of the fact that I had to do something different, right? I had an appointment set up. So I had to leave my furry friends because they was having such an enjoyable time, and so did I.
Just watching.
So you can have fun in so many different ways, but you're talking about structuring your fun, right, in a laser focused way, and that's real interesting. So I'm interested to hear some of the ways that you're talking about, Miss Rachel, and I can add something to it as we go along, because my life I'm just having fun with my life.
That's a blessing. Thank you for sharing that. Let me read the definition of fun. It says fun, enjoyment, amusement, and lighthearted pleasure. So when it talks about amusement, enjoyment, entertainment, one of the first benefits of having fun is, number one, is it reduces stress. So some play dates keep the doctor away. When we're having fun and laughing, a lot of feel-good hormones are released into the body. So this means that the high stress hormone cortisol goes down, and the reduction in cortisol and overall stress long-term means lessened chance of high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and strokes, just to name a few. So yeah, fun reduces stress. So my question is, when individuals are working a 9 to 5 and they're only getting 1 to 2 weeks per year for vacation, it's no wonder why people are more stressed. Would you agree?
I do. And so in mentioning that, man, my goodness, I recall when I worked for others, right? My vacations, they had to always alternate. Why? Because people tend to want to take vacations during the holiday time, and everybody was vying for a vacation. You had to put yours in early, you see. And so I would always, overlook it because I thought when you go to put in for your vacation, I mean, if you have it and you worked and you put it in the time that you wanted, you should be granted that. It has always been my opinion that supervisors or managers should be the ones responsible for making sure the shifts are covered.
Mm.
So for you to go on vacation, you got to make sure your shift is covered.
Mm-hmm.
And I always frowned it upon that idea because it's like, I don't do no hiring and firing. I don't schedule people.
Right.
So why all of a sudden, when it's time for me to go on a vacation, I gotta schedule somebody to take my position? It just was crazy to me, always, right? And so, yeah, but that's not enough time, and anything outside of 2 weeks, because I remember when I was taking my wife on a vacation and I put in for 3 weeks, I had to almost get Congress to approve it. 3 weeks. Right. Well, yeah, I got 3+ weeks of vacation. I want to take 3 of them. So it's generally 1 or 2 weeks, the company, go, but I don't know. I just have so much more enjoyment where I am now with having more control over my time as well as my income, without feeling somehow suppressed when I want to do the things that I want to do with my family. I don't have to get permission to do that. And it's liberating, when you know that you put yourself in a situation by the grace of God. Now you don't have to go and get permission to live your life the way you want to live it. It's a wonderful thing. And I like to make a toast to freedom.
Freedom. Wow.
Freedom, baby.
Freedom ain't free.
It's not.
That'll take me into a whole nother direction. So I want to move forward with number 2. Better quality sleep. Less cortisol and more production of these feel-good hormones such as serotonin helps to improve sleep quality. Having less stress means racing thoughts at night and higher quality sound sleep. So, you're not having all these racing thoughts. You're not having this anxiety, these panic attacks, these dreams that invoke you to jump up and be startled. You can have less stress. So fun helps to aid with that. Better quality sleep. What do you think about that, Mr. Akbar?
I'm telling you. And it is so important to have quality sleep. And it doesn't necessarily have to be 8 or 10 hours. But so I sleep 6 to 7 hours, and what I've adjusted is where at one point I didn't think I could go to sleep without the TV on.
I know.
Now, man, I cannot sleep with the TV on.
Isn't it amazing?
I use, yeah, I do. I mean, it is. I use the bedroom for the purpose that it's set up for, to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I know now that I appreciate value. My mind now understands now when I get in bed, it's to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I used to get in bed to go to sleep, I didn't end up watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
You see, my brain was all confused about what the bed was for. So now, it seems like when I get in bed and turn the lights out, turn TV's never on, guess what happens? I'll wake up. I just wake up and it's a new day. And it's like, wow, man, I slept all night. And it seemed like when I used to watch TV and during my sleep, I had to get up for different reasons, use the bathroom. Man, I sleep right through. I wake up, it's the next morning.
And even if you got to get up to go to the bathroom, when you go back to bed, you fall back to sleep pretty easily. Right?
No problem.
Yeah.
It's amazing how that happened.
Yes. So number 3 says increase creativity. So did you ever notice that children learn through play? So why can't adults do the same? You can learn tasks more quickly if you are having fun and are relaxed. You may also be inspired to tackle a new project or create something in the process. So get that imagination going with some fun new activities and games. So, I notice almost every day, at some point in the day, my daughter and myself play Uno. We got this thing where we have to play at least 1, 2 to 3 games. Our little standard is 3 games. Sometimes we do more, but that is a debrief. What is it called? A release mechanism, and also, what's the word? I'm looking for the word when you just kind of like let go and kind of. It starts with D. What is it called? Decompress. Decompress all the stuff that you got going on, the stuff that you got to do, the stuff you're thinking and feeling. Just having that moment to know I'm getting ready to play a quick game of Uno, I know that that's all I have to focus on. And we usually have a lot of fun. Just kind of, we call it whooping on each other. I whoop you, you whoop me. And then ultimately we just had a fun time. So increased activity. Mr. Akbar, I remember I was saying to you, husband, that I want to get back to walking those stairs, because, even with fitness and exercise, you can make it a fun activity where it doesn't seem like exercise, but you're still getting the benefit of exercising by making it fun. Do you have any thoughts about that?
And that's the deal. Yeah, I do. Rachel, thank you. Having a thought about that. And I noticed that my routine, it can be grueling if I'm thinking it's grueling.
Mm.
It can be enjoyable if I think, just because, like, I've been working on different areas of strengthening myself physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's going to be a painful process.
Mm-hmm.
And so now what I do, I make a game out of it, right? And every time, when you get that burn, you say, I hear you hollering, fat, you will be gone, right? And and so it keeps me going, right? So I'm not experiencing the pain. I am hearing the fat crying out.
Okay.
Oh no! And so it keeps me in a different spirit mindset, because sometimes, right, when I was working out in the past, I'd be like anticipating how much it's gonna hurt, man, and I'd be like, well, and then I start thinking I'm only gonna do,
Yeah.
right, because I prepared myself, for what to expect. But to the contrary, right, when it's enjoyable, I enjoy it,
Yeah.
and that's it. So I love it, man. My life, I love my life, man. I love those quiet moments. I love those exciting times. I appreciate and I value all of it. Even when I get up in the morning now, right? And I was never a morning person, you
Mm-hmm.
see. And so now I'm up in the morning early and doing what I do in the morning. And it's like, wow, man, just think how the mind can change, your ability to transform yourself.
Yes.
And so it happens right in the moment where you're not really paying attention on doing anything but dealing with what's in the moment. But when you look back, you see you have changed so many things about how your life was. And it's for the good. Particularly in my case, it's for the good. And so this is how we measure how we're progressing, by just being able to look back last week. What was different? What did you improve? What was increased? How has your thinking changed? You see, how have you solidified where you want to be in life? I mean, all of those avenues that we traveled down, where are we going? You see, and this is the deal, right? Because we can see it. You see, we see where we are, we see where we want to go. Now, what's required? Some action.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and that's it. So to move from where I'm at to where I want to go, it's required some action. And when I put the action, the effort, the activity together with that space, it comes together.
Yeah.
And I end up somewhere else.
Okay. So number 4 says keeps you feeling youthful. So you are only as old as you feel, and having fun keeps you young. Going back to keeping that childlike wonder about yourself. So play games, goof off, have fun with life. Have fun has also been shown to ward off diseases, which in turn keeps us youthful and rejuvenated. And I'm grateful that it said this, because I think, sometimes life gets serious, and especially with everything going on these last couple years with COVID, the challenge with the market, and just learning that, most people have tax deferred plan and they won't be able to retire. And then the mindset that has gravitated towards, well, I just don't think I'm ever going to be able to retire. I'm just going to work until I'm 70, like you was just talking about conditioning, just like even with going to sleep early without the TV. Now you can't sleep with the TV on. Same with, working out with, okay, fat on, watching the fat scream and burn. It's all about what you think about and how you start to produce what it says, thoughts are things. And you start to gravitate towards what is. And so just even with the mindset with people feeling like, they can't retire, most people don't even know that they're going to be taxed 40% when it comes time to retire. So that makes people have to work 2, 3 jobs. So there's always little time for fun. And then just to be goofy and joke off and play off when life is so serious, it's like, where do I find that part of me anymore that can get goofy and goof off when life has gotten so doggone serious? So yeah, I just kind of wanted to throw that out, just being mindful and remembering that there's ways you can have fun even in the midst of everything being so serious.
Yeah, exactly. You're so right about that. But it gets convoluting sometimes. When a lot of people that I know are so overwhelmed with their daily activity.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strange dynamic because so many people are locked into it. It becomes normal.
Mm-hmm.
The hustle and the bustle of working for somebody, subjected to their, wishes, if you will, because they're giving you a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
You see, but hopefully, I was telling a person that thought they was on their job 11 plus years, and man, I got the bet, so that's great. I said, so when we talking about the retirement aspect of it, because that's supposed to be a fun part of your life, when you retire. Just thinking about retirement, you're thinking about adventure. That's what it should be. But to the
Yep.
contrary, based on the current circumstances, right? People are working, 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 working. And then now, after trading all of this time for money, we run out of time. And when
Yep.
we run out of time, we also run out of money.
Yeah.
So there's no fun. It's no fun in that. And so, the point that I'm making is that whatever you're doing, even if you have to work 2 jobs to pay your bills, even if you feel like that's the lifestyle that you have to work through, the reality is learn how to enjoy and appreciate and value you, not so much the job or any of that. They value you because the job is only going to pay you a title. You say they're never going to pay you what you. And so now, if you're tying it into you, the value of you is associated with that job. Then what they pay you $70,000 a year? You're
Yeah.
much more. So having fun with who you are and the value of yourself. That's it.
I love that. Okay, so the number 5 is to start to get a little serious now. It
Uh-oh.
says,
Well, no fun? Is it going to be fun?
well, let's see. It says improving social skills. When you choose to have fun, you most likely won't always do it alone. A lot of playful and fun activities allow for team building skills and improving social communication. You can also lessen social anxiety. Sometimes you have to act silly or step out of your comfort zone while having fun, and this can allow you to build confidence and decrease social anxiety over time. So, man, this is huge too, because I know with COVID and having to be sheltered in place, it was a stretch trying to reconnect with people and go to events and be social again without the hesitation, and also learning how to engage with wearing a mask. Because I remember walking in the store and this lady looking me dead in my face, and I said, hello, how are you? I said, yeah, we got on masks, but we still can say hello, we still can speak. because it got real foreign. People started just not even really speaking. Just because, COVID is existing don't mean we don't have to still communicate and socialize with each other, you know? Looking each other in the eye has been a great thing with me with the mask, just being really able to look at the mirror of people's souls. But then it's amazing how this so-called smile that we put on is what we use to gauge how we interact with someone or not. So when you just got the eyes, it's like, I don't know if you're smiling under that mask or frowning, but why not still just say, just speak, say hello.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Generally when I go into because of the situation with COVID and how we have to engage to lessen the tension. When I walk into a business of any sort, I speak and I say, remember back when there was a time if I came into a place like this, everybody's antennas would go up. But now it's so normal. Everybody have a mask on, right? And so, it kind of break the ice, lower the temperature because, you never know what people are really thinking because of the mask. Because this was the identity prior to COVID of the bandit.
Yeah.
You can't pull up in front of no bank, get out your car and put your mask on.
Right.
That's an alert. Everybody's like, oh, whoa, I saw him going in the bank with a. So now, it's like you gotta break the ice because you don't know what people's thinking are. A little paranoid, inhibitions about what might be about that. It's just so it has to be normalized over a period of time. Yeah. So I've been practicing doing that just to let people know it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay? And somehow let's have fun with it.
Yeah.
Right. It's serious as the nature of what we're doing this is about. Let's have fun with it. You see, let's respect the rules because, like you was talking about, all games come with rules.
Yeah.
You see, and right now, we're gonna respect the rules, but let's have fun with it. Let's play the game and have some fun with it. And so our life don't have to be restricted or suffocated by the realities of what is.
Yeah, and before I go on, we have 4 more and we got about 5 minutes. I want to say too, having fun, and they probably might say it in here, this document that I'm reading, it also increases your learning, because I know when I'm having fun and I'm actually, just all there as far as my conscious mind, I'm actually learning something at the same time. So the next one says, fun can help you heal emotional wounds. Having fun helps to create new and positive memories, whether while having fun with yourself or with others. Over time, this allows your views and struggles with something to improve and change. Having fun can also remind us of the important things in life. Things that you may have found yourself worrying or stressed over may not seem so bad after taking on a new and more fun lifestyle. So again, that brings up vacationing for me. Once you go on a vacation, you've recharged your battery, you've rejuvenated, you might have got a few mementos, had something good to eat, just seen some new sights, new smells, new sounds. Now, all of a sudden, you have more bandwidth to actually move forward, whatever the mundane task of daily 9 to 5 work can be. So you want to expound on that, Mr. Egbar, or you want me to go to the next one?
I'll just say this with brevity. I'm excited to pack to go on vacation. Not so excited to unpack when I get back.
Right. That's always a challenge, but so worth it. Would you agree?
I'm going to leave it just like that, sister.
All right. The next one says, I got my crystals rolling with me. Better memory. Lowering cortisol levels will mean more headspace and overall clearer mind. You will find yourself sharper and in a clearer headspace. So fun helps you with your memory. And if you think about it, just like most people, when they complain and be negative, that's kind of like the day-to-day norm. But when you actually start recanting or remembering a past fun time, it automatically brings a smile to your face and joy to your heart. and then you actually got an opportunity to use your memory because you want to think about everything about that good time that was prevalent. So better memory when you have fun. It says having fun also allows us to be present, which is a key factor for happiness. Keeping ourselves present allows for better concentration and our mind doesn't drift off. And look, when you're in that office and you have all this same everyday task, you will go and daydream and drift and think about a fun vacation you had, or maybe one that's coming up. You might do some research and look for a place that you want to go to, and then look at all the historical landmarks and the weather and just all the things that you need to take note of before you travel outside. But hey, just anticipating the fun can bring a smile to your face, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, number 8, you probably want to say this because this is you all day. When you have fun, you decrease your negative emotions, such as stress and anxiety and depression. These things can be both mental and physically draining. The less you experience these, the more energy you will have for a happier and more fun things in life. So that's one thing I want to say about you, Mr. Akbar. You're always, in a good, approachable space. You wake up with a smile on your face, and you don't really let challenges take away your wonderful personality and charisma. And that I just wanted to offer you that.
Here, here.
You have any comment or you want to ask me a question? We got 2 more.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So the second to the last, it says increase productivity. Having fun at work allows you to take a break from your stressful work and task. Let your mind run free for a while. This break will leave you feeling refreshed, and the next work task at hand will most likely boost your creativity. You will also find that you will most likely have increased energy, which will help you prevent burnout. So I think we kind of went over that overall. And then the last one says improving your love life. Play around with your significant other can put a lighter tone on your relationship. It can also teach both of you to not be so serious all the time. That's something I can take note of. I think we all have seen those 80-year-old couples who goof around doing normal everyday tasks. We yearn to be them because they know the secret to long lasting and healthy relationships is having fun and not taking life too seriously. And that's one I can definitely note and put in my book. And then lastly, I'll read this. Why have fun is good for you? Having fun is good for you because psychologically, it helps to balance out our stress and feel good hormones, preventing disease long term. It helps to boost our creativity, energy, productivity, and overall cognition. It's like our brain reverts back to being a child again. Children are simply amazed with their sense of curiosity, creativity, and overall happiness. So just because we hit a certain number, why does that have to change? It doesn't. You just as young as you feel, and it's a blessing just to enjoy life on whatever you have, whatever your resources are. You don't have to go somewhere or do something to have fun. Fun is in the heart. Fun is in the spirit. So, Mr. Akbar, do you have a last comment before we end our broadcast?
I just want to say I'm having fun with life. I'm so proud and so thankful that God smiled on me and allowed me to have so much fun and worshiping Him. So I just enjoy it all. So thank you, Miss Rachel, for the tea. Thank you for the conversation. I think I have leveled up. And I want to attribute that to you, my dear.
Well,
level up with Rachel Akbar.
Well, thank you, Mr. Akbar, husband. I appreciate, you as my co-host and you just talking about the spirit, which leads us to our next week topic, which we're right back around to faith.
Faith. Oh, my goodness.
I have faith that we're going to continue to have fun, continue growing, and continue being in alignment with spirit. Ashe?
Ashe. And I want to say, right, about faith. Oh, we'll save it for next week.
Save it for next week. All right, brother. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again.
Thank you, Miss Rachel. Let's level up.
Peace.
Peace.